Hello, and welcome to another episode of My Weird Life, my attempt at doing a podcast where I record all the weird and wonderful and wacky and sometimes sad things that have happened to me in my life. My mother has always said I should document these things, and I finally am. I don't expect anybody to believe them, but they've all happened to me. I had my life threatened this week. And it wasn't the first time I've had my life threatened. In fact, I've had my life threatened multiple times over the phone, in person, on the bus, at work. These things happen. So it was a cold call, scam call, telling me I'd want to visit to a thing where I could sign up to get a free trip. And it was at the airport, and they were opening a new hotel. And you get so many of these that after a while you lose any sense of anger, and you just want to play along, right? Like James Veach. So I decided to play along with this guy. I was like, "Oh, you're inviting me to a party? I'll bring some champagne. How should I dress?" And I'm just being a dick because I know this is fake and I'm not going to go. And I'm just like, "So let's have some fun." So he's like, "Oh, you've won this party and you're going to this thing and this party and you and your partner." I was like, "Great. I'll bring some champagne. When is it? I mean, who's going to be there?" And then the guy just suddenly gets very, very cold, and he tells me he knows where I live, and he's going to come kill me. And he has my address, which he repeats to me verbatim, and he tells me he's going to come kill me. And I'm like, okay, I'm calling the police. And I hung up, and I called 911, and I reported the phone call, and I said, of course, I don't really think anything's going to happen, but they're like, okay, we'll send somebody over just in case. And, then I was just like sitting in my house wondering, like, is this guy going to come? I mean, it's not the first time this has happened to me. And then the guy calls back and tells me not only is he coming over to kill me, but he has my credit card and he's going to start making charges on it. Of course, I'd blocked the number by then. And so 911 shows up about an hour and a half later, and I talk to the guy, and he tells me it's not the first time he's responded to these calls, and how it's these guys know how to skirt the law. They can say they can come to your house and kill you, but unless they specifically say how they're going to kill you, it's hard to constitute whether it counts as an actual threat or not, which I think is just pathetic, but whatever. So there you go. Yeah, the guy threatened to kill me. It's not the first time this has happened to me. In fact, several years ago when I was working on Power Rangers, I was at the office alone at night because that's the shift I got stuck with because I was the new guy, calling people to show up as extras and stuff for Power Rangers. And I called this guy, and I kept trying to get in touch with his son because his son had left his phone number. And every time I call, I'm like, is he there? Can you give him a message? And it's like, no. And then I called back like 2 hours later. Is he there? I really need him to show up tomorrow for this thing. And he's like, no, I can't. And then I call up a third time, and the guy like, if you keep calling me, I'm going to come over there and kill you. So of course I called the police, and this has happened to me. I mean, throughout my life, these weird things happen to me where people just want to kill me. Have I ever had a gun pulled on me? Twice. I've had a gun pulled on me twice. I've had knives pulled on me 3 times. I've been attacked by somebody with nunchucks once. I was attacked by somebody with a fluorescent light once. I've had bottles of piss thrown at me, bottles of water. I've had beer bottles thrown at me. I've had people chase me. I can do nothing. I could just be walking down the street. This one happened like 3 years ago before COVID, so 4 years ago. I'm walking down the street going to the Taco Bell, and this guy sees me and starts calling me, "Hey, Peckerhead, Peckerhead," and he starts chasing after me. "I'm going to fucking kill you, Peckerhead." I'm like, "I don't know who you are." And I run into the Taco Bell, and I'm like, hey, can you call the police for me? This guy's chasing me, and he says he's going to kill me. But he saw that I ran into the Taco Bell, and he took off. And then, just I don't know why these things happen to me. There's no rhyme or reason. Just random weird shit happens to me on a daily basis. Sometimes it's good things. Sometimes it's just, that's weird. And sometimes it's scary things. And having your life threatened, having a gun pulled at you, being alone in a car and somebody suddenly pulls a gun on you, that's frightening. That happened to me. So yeah, if you are ever in a position where you feel your life is in danger or you're going through hard times, you can reach out. The police, have the time to listen to you, and there's definitely people out there who you can call and reach out to, um, who will help you through dark times or if you feel these situations. Now, news of the weird regarding the recent discovery of the oldest living vertebrate of the planet. A shark was recently discovered swimming down by the Marianas Trench out in the Arctic Sea, who was born, they figured, in like 19. He was like 150 years old. This 150-year-old shark, close to 200-year-old shark. That's pretty amazing that this little shark just puttering away down there, slowly living. No, actually, it was like 300 years, 300 and something years. He was just pittering around, 350-year-old shark, just living his life, doing shark things. And people are like, well, how can he live so long? It's like, well, it's because it's so cold down there, because his blood circulates so slowly, because he's so big, and because the water, just. So I guess the secret of life is to just live really, really cold and be slow. And you can live for 350 years. I mean, I don't think sharks have any sensation of how much time has passed. Does he know 350 years has passed? Probably not. He has no idea. I doubt. He's very immediate. Doing whatever it is sharks do down in the deepest reaches of the Arctic Sea out by the Marianas Trench. Just being a shark, just being cool, I'm 350 years old, blah, blah, blah. That's pretty cool. Anyways, that's my podcast for the week. Another weird thing that's happened to me. If you appreciate these podcasts, you can support me with the links down below. Once again, these are true. These have all happened to me. I don't know if you'll want to believe them or not, but I choose to share them because why not?